Yeah, good afternoon, fellow gamers. It is I once again, Star the Risen. This time will be one of those topics that's somewhat controversial. Like I really didn't think that I was gonna go in on anybody, but it's funny. Like I was on YouTube today, and I even channels that I really don't like, I still check them out. I might be subscribed to them still, but it was like one guy in particular. Like he was like low key trying to diss because I guess I mentioned his name in my video. But this is YouTube, and you can pretty much do what you want. It wasn't like an exposed video. It's just basically saying that I disagreed with a lot of things he said, and seeing that I'm entitled to my opinion, and this is YouTube. Uh, I can say what I want. Now, there's a few, as long as it's respectful. Now, there's a few guys that responded to my Warframe versus Destiny video, was basically saying that Warframe would never kill Destiny. And I was just being honest, but that's my opinion. And some people can't handle that opinion. So you had other people, don't mind the footage in the back. It's just me trying to solo the black spindle by myself. But I was exploring really. But anyways, that's besides the point. Yeah, you had a lot of guys that came on my video, said stupid negative stuff as far as like I was in Bungie's pocket, or one guy said I didn't know about the industry, I didn't know basically about the devs. For one thing, that's kind of stupid. I already know that you have to do what you got to do to keep your channel thriving. I made my opinion was based on my preference of game and the way I like to play my game, and people that I thought was being disingenuous about the game, in order to not get views, but just on a monetary stage or whatever. But some guys got triggered about that, but they're entitled to their opinion. They watch the YouTube videos. I say like this: if you like the video, drop a like. If you don't, dislike. Most of the people that dislike were Warframe fans, and like I said, I didn't disrespect your game, but I'm not here to kiss ass. I'm just gonna be honest, just like I expect people to be honest with me. But this guy in particular, it was funny at first, but then I noticed that he made like a threat, and that's not putting you out there, so I ain't gonna say your name because I don't do no snitching. That's just where I live at, and that's the way we get down. Ain't no snitching on mine. But he said something about that when he ran into people in person, that what he would do to them. And I really wouldn't say too much, but honestly, I'll just let you know, for you that know who you are. You can go on my older videos, you'll see exactly who I am, what my face looks like, everything. And I can guarantee you, I can say this 113% or 100 and whatever percent, you don't want that smoke. With me, you don't want that smoke. Maybe with other YouTubers that think along a different line, they're more about business and not really about the. But look, dude, just to be honest, dude, my whole life has been growing up in the streets. I've been about this life. I turned my life around. But when I see like a little, excuse my language, a fuckboy talking about what he'll do to me, or you won't do nothing. I'll just tell you straight out, dude, you won't do nothing. You'll see me on the street and you'll call the cops, because if you really wanted to try to push the line, uh it would end bad for you. And I'm not talking about, I won't even really have to do nothing to you. I know for a fact that you don't want this. You ain't about that life. You don't want this smoke. If you're doing YouTube and you're criticizing somebody's channel, that's fine. You're allowed to do that. We're not all gonna like each other's content. There's content creators that I still follow that I don't like some of their videos, but I don't drop a dislike because I'm there to watch it. So I drop a like, I make my comment about what I didn't like about his video. And in most cases, a lot of these content creators are not childish. They're adults, so they take it like, you know what, okay, you didn't like my video, or they give a heart. I know it's being sarcastic, but we're not there to argue. We're just stating our opinion, and they take it accordingly. It doesn't mean that they're gonna go by what I said. Now, if I tell you Warframe is not gonna kill Destiny, and you get triggered by that, I mean, that's just your problem. You're not the only one I mentioned in my video. And if you notice, there's a lot of content creators right now talking about other content creators, and it's not necessary to disrespect them. Some of these guys have over 1 million subscribers. So what are they trying to do? You're saying that anybody that says anything about anybody is chasing clout, but that's not particularly true. That's not being honest. There's a lot of content creators that may not agree with what you said, and they're gonna put you out there. It's nothing bad. It doesn't mean they hate your channel. It just means that they didn't agree with what you said. And if you don't play the game as religiously as them, as religiously as them, like, and you make points that are non-valid, that really make no sense. Obviously, they're saying you ain't paid enough. You ain't paid enough attention to the game in order to give your advice on something that you really don't play. It's like if I got 100 and something hours in the game and you only got 10, why should I value your opinion? That's what the whole thing was about. Calling you out personally. If I mention your name, I just mention your name. But you're not the only one that I mention your name. There's content creators that were got a vast amount of followers, more than you have. I'm not worried about the views. I'm worried about the subscribers. I get no money off 185 subscribers, and I'm not really particularly worried about it. If it comes, it's gonna come. But I mean, I'm just saying, like when if you play the game and you're a content creator and and you're not really with that life, you should just stay to just talking about the game. But to say what you'll do to somebody if you run into them, like, hey mate, nah, you're not gonna do a motherfucking thing. And sorry to my subscribers, I'm not trying to be negative, but when people try to low key make threats like that, to me it's childish. But like, I mean, I'll rise to the occasion. I'm just telling you straight out, dude. You should be more political about things. You should be try to seek other things besides threatening people. I mean, you already said that you block people when they don't agree with you. So okay, we'll do that. If you don't like what I said, don't watch my video. If I'm subscribed to you and I make a comment on your video, which I didn't, and I was subscribed to you, but I'm, whatever. That's nor here nor there. But just go ahead and block me. But to make threats about what you'll do to people in person, dude, I've seen who you are. I've seen what you look like, dude, and I'm telling you straight out, you wouldn't do nothing. You would run up on me on the street, get dropped, and call the cops, because that's exactly what will happen to you if you run up on me on the streets. And from what I can tell, you're not even from where I am. I'm from Los Angeles. You sound like you're somewhere in Europe. Like, look, dude, like, I'm not, yeah, you're not about that life, dude. I can already see it. Like, I didn't even know who you were just by the way you talk. Like, your face and your uh complexion didn't match the way you talk. It's just I was a little confused at first because you was talking like big mess, like about what you'll do. And I'm not the only person you've said that to. You've said things in other videos about what you'll do to people that disagree with your video, which I think is childish. Like, but I'm just, again, I put this video on not to stir up any controversy. Like you said, you're not gonna mention names. I'm not gonna mention names, because at the end, like, how I see it like this is when somebody makes threats towards me, but you don't live nowhere where I live. Like, if you stayed like in the U.S. and then it's plausible. Like, I could believe that maybe if you ran into me, you might want to do something. But if you stay in like Britain, or you stay like in some other country that's nowhere even close to here, like, I can't take your threats serious. All I can do is just laugh and address them accordingly. And I'm just saying, if you do YouTube, stay doing YouTube, bro. You don't have to be tough on YouTube. You talk about trolls, you're trolling people. I mean, because you got your fans, or you're thinking that you're really that type of person that when you run into somebody, you're gonna do something. But I seen you, dude. Like, I mean, I don't know if you watching MMA videos, or maybe you got a little training, and now you figure that you're able to do something. But dude, look, you're like probably like what, a buck 10, like soaking wet. Like with me, dude, like, that's a losing battle. And that's not to make no threats. It's just saying, if you threaten me and you see me in person, which, like I said, it's never gonna happen. I mean, but if it did and you felt like you wanted to get that off your chest, just don't call the cops, dude. Like, don't call the cops. Just handle your business. Do what you said you were gonna do. Because you're childish and you can't handle criticism. Yeah, do what you said you were gonna do. Slap me or sock me or whatever you said you were gonna do, bro. I half the time I couldn't understand what you were saying. I don't know if it's just the way you talk or whatever, but like, I really don't deal with kids, but I looked at you and you're not exactly a kid. So I just find it funny that you can't take criticism. Like, I get criticized on my channel, and to me, it's views. If you come to my channel and you disagree, it's views. The only thing I don't like is when people say stuff that could be taken like that they you're talking about your penis and stuff like that. To me, I think that's like, if that's not your sexual preference, you shouldn't say things like that. But I'm not here to hate on nobody. I'm just here to say, you know, just keep it cool, bro. Like, you ain't got to be Billy Badass, or act like you're the tough guy. because maybe your subscribers are expecting you to hold tight to some type of reputation that you really that's non-valid on the street. Like over here, bro, like talk like that without backing it up is just it's just funny. What we call you out here is people that sell wolf tickets. You used to you don't bark unless you're gonna bite. Like so, yeah. I'm not gonna mention you just like you didn't mention me. So I'm gonna hold that respect for you and just bro, hey, uh, yeah, just keep it cool, bro. Like, stop making false threats and trying to act tough for your audience because in the end, bro, you're just gonna get melted. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna turn into one of these RPG games and get melted. Like, bro, it's not that serious. Not every YouTuber on here plays the same games you play. Like, with some of us, I'm not saying myself, but some of us don't talk about it. It's like we just be about it. If I criticize your channel, just accept it. Come back, criticize mine. Say like, maybe my channel's not as valid as yours because I don't have uh the same amount of subscribers or get the same amount of views. Like, to me, like, I want the views, but I'm not sucking ass to get it. Like, I'm gonna do me, and hopefully people will like what I do, which is mostly gameplay. But yeah, I'm not talking about you because I'm trying to tear you down, bro. I just didn't like your video, and I'm entitled to that. That's why you put it on. If you put it on social media, you're gonna have people criticize it. I didn't say nothing about no sexual stuff or no you're gay or none of that other stuff because I'm not a homophobe. So yeah, I don't do none of that. So yeah, and that's basically all I wanted to say, dude. I know this gameplay is not really nothing. It's just me exploring. I never did get the gun. I couldn't find nobody, but it was just mostly to address like these funny cats that act like they're thug and they're not. Like, bruh, there's people out here that's really thug with it. Like, and if you live out here, you'll get an idea exactly who that is. But you don't live nowhere near me, so don't threaten to slap nobody. Because in truth, if you met me in real life, you wouldn't slap shit. You probably, like I said, call the cops because you be in fear for your life. Because with me, you can't get that win. That's a with me, it's an automatic L. You're taking an L off the back. But like I said, I'm a grown man. We don't need to do none of that. Just disagree, drop a dislike on the video. You ain't gotta talk about what you'll do to people. I think that's just childish. Like, because I didn't agree with what you said on your video. Like, that's just ludicrous. But anyways, my name is Sire the Risen, aka Morph the God. Hopefully you enjoy the content, which it wasn't really no content, more of a rant. Sorry about that. No disrespect to anybody. It's an adult world, and you guys enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Sire the Risen, and I'm out late.